Hey everyone, this is your coach Sarah here, and I decided that I was going to make a video for you all demonstrating each of the moves in the Better Booty Challenge that you guys are all starting on today. So, I am just going to do a couple of demonstrations of each exercise and kind of talk you through them at the same time. So, hopefully, you can hear me. I'm not good at doing the voiceover video thing or adding in, uh, you know, words to the video after I made it. So it's not going to be as cool as some other videos you can probably find out there. But I just thought I would show you quickly what each of the exercises looks like. And then if you need to or want to, look up other examples of the videos or of the exercises, then feel free to do that. That's, there's lots of good videos out there that maybe do a better job than I do. So anyways, I'm going to have my handy dandy little calendar cheat sheet here so I can remember to show you all of the exercises. Okay, so the first exercise you're going to be doing is squats. And these are just body weight squats. So hopefully you guys can see me. Might have to tip the camera up. Okay, here we go. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to adjust that one more time. Sorry, you guys get to be like my guinea pigs for video making. Anyway, okay, so typical squats, you want to stand about shoulder width apart, whatever is comfortable for you, really. Kale tends to stand a little bit narrower. You can do wide squats if you want, but for this particular exercise, the focus is on just normal stance squats. You can't see it, my feet are just ever so slightly, like very, just like if you were just to stand there in a comfortable position, that's where you want to be. Some people's feet are going to be turned out just a little bit more, some people's in a little more, whatever is most comfortable for you. So basically what you do for these is the goal is to get your hips, to get your quads 90 degrees from the ground. And one of the things you want to make sure not to do is don't let your knees go in front of your toes. So I'll demonstrate from both sides. Okay? I'm just going to stand here like this. And, you can kind of hold your hands out here. You can put them here. You can hold them out in front. Some people do this. Whatever's most comfortable for you. I tend to just kind of hold my hands like in front like this. And I'm just going to go down and up. And when I come to the top, I'm squeezing my butt muscles. Like really think about and focus on your butt muscles. One thing that's also really important, don't let your knees waver in and out. You really want to, almost think about like you're almost like pushing your knees out because you don't want to let your knees collapse in, okay? So one more time from the front, and there. My computer went to sleep, so hopefully you can still see me. Okay. Okay, from the side, here, see, down, and up, all right? So a lot of people, I'm going pretty far down. Like, this is 90 right here. I can go a little bit further. If you can go a little bit further, that's all about the flexibility in your hip flexors. That's great. The lower, the better. Okay? So make sure you're keeping your abs tight and you're squeezing at the top with your butt muscles, all right? Those are squats. Second exercise, quadruped hip circles. Kind of a confusing name. I'm going to move my table. Okay. So for these guys, let's move this down too. All right. So for these guys, you're going to get on all fours. I might move my table back a little bit more. Good solid base with your hands. Good solid base with your knees. And you're literally, back a little more. This is real at-home fitness, people. Okay. So, I'm going to lift my leg up, and this is tricky sideways. You're going to feel this one in your butt. So I'm going to lift my leg up, and I'm going to do circles. And right now, I would be doing this the other direction, so I wouldn't be hitting my table, which you will be too. I'm going counterclockwise. And really, you want to, let's see if I can do this. Oh, here you go. You can get a real butt shot on this one. Okay. You you really want to go all the way around. And as you're going around, focus on squeezing your butt muscles. Do not let this go into your lower back. Make sure you're holding your abs tight to support your lower back. And you're going to do however many in one direction and then however many in the other direction. And then you're going to switch legs. So, counterclockwise, clockwise. Try not to hit my table, but you get the idea. Make the movement as big as possible. Normally it faces a different direction so I don't hit my table. Said that already, but you guys get the idea on that one. Okay, next one, hip thrusts. So for this one, I'm actually going to use my table. And what you do in this one, actually, this is perfect in my living room here. I'm going to support my shoulders on my couch. I'm going to put my feet up on my coffee table and thrust with my hips. So again, my feet are about hip distance apart, whatever's comfortable. You can do it on your toes if you want to. I actually really recommend trying it up on your heels because that will get the focus into your hamstrings and less in your calves if you're on your toes. All right, so you got here, and you just want to go up and focus on squeezing, again, at the top with your butt. Don't make this an ab exercise. This should be a squeezing from the butt exercise. Down and up. Okay? You're definitely going to feel this one in your hamstrings. Alright, those are hip thrusts. So, side lying abduction. I'm thinking, alright, bring the coffee table back here. And we're just going to go ahead and move this direction so I have a whole lot more room. Okay, so, sorry, that's some cleavage there, people. All right, so side lying abduction. Think Jane Fonda. Like, channel your inner Jane Fonda here. Guys, too. Jane Fonda's awesome. Okay, side lying abduction. Literally lying on your side, making sure your core is strong, up and down. Just like that, just like Jane Fonda. If you have a stretchy band thing, which I have somewhere, you can wrap it around your ankles, add a little bit of resistance. But you really want to focus in this one on this outer muscle and on squeezing your butt muscles here. So, like, lift your leg, just squeeze your butt muscles. Like if you're just sitting here, squeeze your butt, and it'll just lift your leg like that. That's exactly what you want. And then up and down, up and down. However many you're supposed to do, and then switch. Okay, so again, body straight, supporting you. Squeeze my butt muscles, up and down, up and down. All right, sideline abduction. Okay. Next exercise, glute bridges. So these ones are a lot like hip thrusters, but on the ground. So just gonna lie here, okay? Feet hip distance apart, arms supporting your back, and squeeze up into a bridge. Down, up, and down. Remember, squeeze at the top. If you're not squeezing your butt, you're not using your butt. So by focusing on the squeeze, you're really focusing on activating those glute muscles. Up and down. Now, really important with this one also, make sure your knees aren't wobbling in and out. Your knees should not move. They should stay exactly where they are, okay? Up and down. You need to widen your feet a little bit to make it more comfortable for you. That's fine. Everybody's hips are shaped a little bit differently, so where your legs are going to be positioned is going to be slightly different for everybody. Up and down. Okay? Those are your glute bridges. Bird dogs. Okay, love these ones. These ones are really killer. So, again, normally I do this on a soft, like my carpet over there, but just for more space. If you only have hardwood floor, you can put a towel underneath your knees to support you. Okay? So again, good solid base. This time, I'm going to be one arm out, one leg up, up, and down. Just straight up and down. But really focus on using your butt muscles to lift your leg. Now, you're not like, twisting open. You want your hips to stay level. You don't want to be hyperextending your back. You're not stretching your back here. Literally, like when you squeeze, this is as far as you go. That's fine. If this is it, that doesn't matter. I've got some flexibility, so I go up here. Okay? Switch sides. Feels weird if I don't do both sides. Really make sure this isn't your lower back. This is just your butt. Alright, so those are your bird dogs. Okay, next one, Bulgarian split squats. These are my favorite exercise. Really, really, I don't want to say really, really hard. A lot more difficult than most people would initially assume. So for this one, you're going to need your chair. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a pillow for this one. And that's because my chair is really hard. It's not comfortable. Okay? So, put my pillow down on my chair. Let's do that one more so you can see better. You're going to put one foot up on the chair, and then your other foot out. See, you might have to hop a little bit to get this one, okay? Also important in this one, make sure your front foot is far enough out that your knee does not go over your toes. People say that all the time. It's really important. My hips are about hip distance apart. And really, this foot here, you can feel it stretching your hip flexor already. And you're going to start to feel it in your butt a little bit on this one too. But the focus is actually on the lower leg butt muscles. Okay, so I always put my hands on my hips. And a little further out. There we go. Squat down. Up, down, and up. Really, you should be feeling all of this in your butt muscles on the leg that's on the ground. I always feel it in my hip flexors too. This is killer for your hip flexors also. Okay? Again, switch legs. Oh yeah, see look, you can put another chair here to balance on if you need to. This leg, I'm not as good balance on this leg. It's always a little harder on this leg too for me. Okay. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. One more. Alright. So those are your Bulgarian split squats. Alright, what's next? Oh, sideline clams. More Jane Fonda. Okay. So for this one, alright, you're going to lay down again. This time, you're going to bend your knees. It's probably like 45 and 45. And you can do this one all the way down if you want to. I tend to just kind of go like this. You're actually going to lift your ankles up, just like this, and then open and close. This one's really hard for me. I don't know why. I really feel it in my hip flexor a lot of the times, but I know the focus is really supposed to be in my butt. This is like my weakest exercise. So really focus on the muscles that are in your butt that are pulling you open. Try to not let it be your hip flexor too much. Oh man, these ones are killer. I don't know what it is. These ones are really a lot harder than you'd think. Oh. Okay, I'm going to cop out and just do a couple of those on each side because they're hard and I'm sore. Okay, ready? Other side. So again, ankles up. So my bottom knee is still down. Make sure you hold your abs in. I caught myself. Up. Oh, man. Yeah, these ones really get me. Try to keep your feet up. I'm bad at these ones. These ones are really hard for me. Those look terrible probably, but just an example. Okay. So, one leg elevated foot bridges. So you need your chair for this one again. Really similar to the glute bridges and the thrusts, but this is just one leg, so it's isolating more. So for this one, again, I'm going to put my heel up, and I'll lay down. other foot, this other leg's just gonna kind of hang out like right about here. It's not gonna do anything. Oh man, my hamstrings are really sore today. Oh, ready? Oh, all right. Enough of that leg. I did all of these exercises like in the last 3 days so I could figure out exactly how many you all should start with. I'm a little sore. All right, so those are your one leg elevated glute bridges. Okay. Supermans. So this one's really simple, but really important to do correctly so that you don't get it into your lower back. Okay. So let's see. I'll go this way. So your typical Superman, just like this, right? But you're just for this exercise, you'll be focusing on the lower half. So just leave your top half there and literally just squeeze with your butt. You're not arching your back. You're literally just squeezing with your butt. And it should just raise your legs up off the floor. I'm just up here, literally squeezing. Make sure this is not your lower back. If you feel in your lower back, come down, rest, write down how many you did, and that's where you start, okay? So those are your lower body squeezing Supermans. High step-ups. These are one of my favorites also. Love them. So you will need a sturdy chair that you can stand on for this one. Do not use a rolly chair. Bad idea. I'm also going to brace my chair against the wall so it doesn't go anywhere, okay? So just a smidge so you can see me. Okay, so for these guys, let me move you back a little bit. Okay. So there's a couple of ways you can do these. I like to do them all on one leg and then the other, or like do a set of whatever on this leg and then a set of other on the other leg, because I feel like it gets a little bit more of a burn going in that one side than just like stair stepping. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate, but I'll demonstrate both. You can choose. I'll show you the harder way first, which is the way you should start and try. So, hands here, whatever works. And literally, step up. And you just tap with this other foot. Step back down, tap. Up, tap, down, tap. Just like you're climbing stairs leading with one leg. After a couple, you'll definitely start to feel this in your butt. And focus on that. Don't just like really think about stepping, activating, and using your butt muscles. Try and keep it out of your thigh. Think about your butt, okay? And then we'll switch sides. Tap. 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 Now, obviously, if you do these a little bit faster, it'll give you some good cardio also. So high step up's a really awesome one. Okay. Last exercise, quadruped. And I changed the name of this. And of course now I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna look. It's your last exercise. It's another quadruped exercise. So this time, instead of straight legs, you are going to be doing bent legs. And literally, you're just going to go up and then cross over. Here, let's get back a little more so you can kind of see me crossing over. So I'm going to go up, cross over, up, straight down. Cross over, up, down. So every time you go up, think about my butt muscles activating, and then you go to the side and it's activating a different muscle on the way up. Really important on this one to also make sure you're engaging your core, protecting your lower back. You're not arching your lower back. You don't want to feel it there, okay? And switch sides. Bend, cross, bend, up, bend, cross, bend, up. It helps to flex your foot. Think about flexing your foot and pushing. It's almost like you're pushing the ceiling up with your heel, okay? So push the ceiling up. In, push the ceiling up, cross. There. All right, that's your last exercise. So, thank you for bearing with me on my long glute exercise making video. Hopefully this is helpful. Some demonstrations on how to do each of the exercises. And yeah, love to have your feedback, and I'll talk to you soon.